This is Reidsville Chamber of Commerce News and Views, a business resource show with a focus on enhancing the business environment through advocacy, mentoring, and education in an effort to promote economic growth. The Reidsville Chamber of Commerce is a membership organization in North Carolina, working on behalf of its members for the betterment of the community. With Chamber of Commerce News and Views you can use, here's Chamber President Diane Sawyer.
Welcome to the Reidsville Chamber of Commerce News and Views show. My name is Diane Sawyer. I'm the President and CEO of the Reidsville Chamber of Commerce. I am so excited to bring to you today the very first look at Annie's Cafe at Penn Hospital here in Reidsville, North Carolina. And I have a very special guest with me to talk to you about it. But first, we are going to, as you can see, we have our mask on because we are in the middle of a global pandemic. So we're going to address that issue first. So we are going to show you that we are 6 feet apart, and we're going to take our mask off so that we can talk to you and you can understand us. So welcome to the show, Cindy Farrand, the president of Penn Hospital. I'm so excited to be here with you.
Well, I am just happy to have you here, Diane. Thank you.
This is amazing. It is beautiful.
I know.
I know you have to be really, really excited. I can see it in your face, and as you've shown me and we've toured, that it's probably one of your most favorite projects.
It is. It's the one I'm the most proud of. Definitely.
Well, I can tell it. It radiates from you. So, there, you know, we went through and we toured, and we're going to talk about that later. But tell us about just when you first come off the elevator, Annie's Cafe.
Yeah.
Tell us about the name. Where did that come from? What's the significance in that?
Oh, it's a very significant name. As you know, the hospital is named after Annie Spencer Penn. And we felt in honor of her memory that we would name our new cafe Annie's Cafe. You know, Annie Spencer Penn started caring for members of our community on her front porch many, many years ago. And we just want to continue that legacy for her by naming the cafe Annie's Cafe.
Well, it is so welcoming and so inviting, starting with the name. So that is very, very important. Tell me, why was it important to you and to the hospital and to the employees and the community to renovate this space?
Well, you know, environment is very important, and we really needed an environment that supported bonding and fellowship. And as you know, any gathering has to have food involved. And so what better place than a cafe is to create an environment where people can come together, network, socialize, socially distanced, and really relax and have some peace and some respite. And you know, we live in a very, very stressful world right now, and especially in the hospital environment. So it really gives our employees an opportunity to come down here and unwind, and for visitors to come down and get some respite.
You know, I was saying that to you. It's very important to have a place when you're in the hospital, because hospital rooms are made, now I'll say, going back a little bit to that, you guys have done an amazing job in this facility. It feels like a hotel room instead of a hospital room. But even so, a hotel room only has so much space. Yeah. And if you have a lot of family, or you want to talk in private away from the patient and your loved one, and just to relax, you need something, you need a place to gather, and this is the perfect space. But I have a treat for you guys. There's something else that comes along with this Annie's Cafe. It is the chef. Tell us about what makes your chef so special, and tell us about who he is.
Yeah, we are very fortunate to have Chef Raouti. Chef Raouti has an Italian background. He's been a chef for more than 30 years. He was actually an executive chef in a high-end hotel in Virginia Beach. His calling is to serve in healthcare, and we're just very lucky to have him here.
Well, I know that we've heard so many good things about him, and obviously in the middle of COVID, there's probably not a ton of classes or nutrition things that are happening, but I'm sure you have lots of great plans for the future when we can get together and gather for those things again.
Sure, absolutely. And we have it appears to be a much larger space, but it's the same space, we just redesigned it. And it gives us the opportunity to really host more people and still adhere to the guidelines of safety during the pandemic. So it does give us the opportunity for people to really gather and enjoy themselves around some fabulous food. For decades, hospital food has gotten a bad rap. Well, not the case here. I mean, the food is just very, very different.
So tell me this, in the thought process and the design behind the art
Yes.
and this beautiful mural that is on this wall, tell us about the thought process, the design, what went into the artwork, this room that you mentioned, the boardroom.
Right.
Tell me about that.
Well, the feel that we wanted to create was the farm to table, which really demonstrates fresh produce, the rural community, which is the community that we live in. I come to work every day and I pass tobacco fields and soybean fields and hay fields, and that's who we are. And I really wanted the cafe to really represent who we are in Reidsville and Rockingham County.
I don't know if you want to discuss, but I think you shared with me a little bit on our tour that there's even plans for some expansion even into the outdoors and some future things that are happening.
Absolutely. We'll be able to provide exceptional cuisine in our servery area, and I think Raouti had talked to you a little bit about some of that. That certain days of the week we'll have specialty meals. He loves to make different types of salads made to order. His chicken parmesan is excellent. You have got to come and try that. And there will be various items on the hotline, a grill, and our outdoor area. We're very fortunate to have a beautiful patio, and we have outdoor grills. So we can bring the inside outside, so to speak. So in the spring, we're going to renovate the patio, and it will include a nice pergola and seating areas, and we'll be using our outdoor grills a lot.
Well, is there anything else that you want to tell me about your ideas or the group as you came together and designed it? Have we not covered anything that you want to share with just the general community about the thought process? Or
Well, we wanted, and I think we've created an environment that will be welcoming to all members of our community, whether they have a loved one here in our hospital care or not. We wanted to create this to be an additional dining destination for our community. And I think we've created an inviting environment that I think is warm and comfortable to be in. But I also want to point out too that in this era of the pandemic, we don't know how long that's going to last. We are creating our new normal, right? The wearing of the mask, I don't know when that will go away, and the social distancing. I think dining in a hospital is probably the safest place to be, because we take extraordinary precautions, from sanitizing to how we do our seating arrangements and the wearing of the mask, and our staff are very attuned to how do we keep our visitors, our patients, and each other safe from COVID-19. So come join us.
Well, I am very excited. We've talked about it, and now I think we should take a look at the tour that we took earlier.
Sure.
So let's take a look.
Okay.
Diane, I'd like you to meet Chef Raouti. Chef Raouti is going to take you on a tour of our servery.
It's so nice to meet you. I've heard so many good things about you.
Thank you.
Please tell me all about Annie's Cafe.
Okay, let me give you a tour of this new Annie's Cafe. So as you walk in, we have this station here is called the Expo Station. This is where we're going to be doing our display cooking, and there'll be a lot of specials on a daily basis on this station right here. So we will have salad specials, we will have smoothie specials, we will have sandwich specials on this side. And in the middle right there, you will see our all favorites station, where you will have the 5-week cycle menu that will be run on that station. We'll have entrees, vegetables, and desserts on that side. Then you go to the third station here is a full-size grill special. Right there, you will have grill items, pizza, served from that side. In the middle here, we have a full-size salad bar, an upscale one, with the soup wells sit next to them. And then on this side, you will see our beverage station, full with the nice new items that we have. We have a Simply to Go, which is a grab and go station with drinks. And as you exit, this is our cashier station, and you exit to our beautiful dining room.
Well, now that you have seen the beautiful Annie's Cafe and gotten your preview, Cindy, I have to say, it is truly just beautiful. It is amazing. Thank you for sharing this with us. We are really excited to be debuting it.
Well, it's a pleasure to have you here, and I hope you'll come to visit and have a meal.
I certainly will. Yeah. Tell me this before we go, because I want to do a few other things. What's your favorite part? What's your favorite piece in the whole place?
Oh, wow. That's a tough one. Diane, I think it would be the farm tables. We have just the old-fashioned barnwood looking farm tables. And to me, it's a symbol of family, of gathering around the table for a meal that we don't see very often anymore. But it's an opportunity and a possibility that we've created here with that table.
Possibility. I like that word. That is a very, very good segue into the very last piece before I let you go and we transition to speaking to somebody else who is a very special part of this project.
Yes, he was.
The possibilities. Tell me about what I'm about to introduce. Where did that come from? Who is the special person behind this, and how did it come about?
Wow. It really evolved through ideas from many people. You know, the team came together and we readily agreed upon the environment of a farm-to-table, rural kind of family environment. And we needed to have a local flavor, a piece of art. And we decided to go big. So we went with a mural painted by one of our wonderful local artists that you're going to meet. And when you look at the mural, it's like you could walk right into it. It's just absolutely stunning.
Well, I am very excited to speak with the artist, and I'm so thankful that you allowed us this opportunity. Cindy, thank you for being on the show.
My pleasure.
And we are going to bring on the artist, Eric Williamson. So thank you for this part, and we are going to go check out the mural. Great. So I'm here with Eric Williamson, who is the artist of this gorgeous mural here in Annie's Cafe. Eric, this is amazing. I'm not even really sure that I know what to say, and most people who know me know that speechless is not in really my vocabulary. It doesn't happen to me often. So tell us about what inspired you to really bring Rockingham County to life on a wall, because that's really how I see this.
Well, it began with the fact that I grew up in Charlotte, inner city, and about 22 years ago moved to Rockingham County and saw things that I really never seen before. And you know, driving the roads of Rockingham County, the scenery captivated me. As an artist, every road you go down is pretty much a shot, you know, a place where you could take a still shot and just capture really the life of Rockingham County, the farm scenery, the skies, the sunsets, all those things that you see just about every day, the farmland. And so as I began sketching, I just came up with a few ideas.
Tell me this. There are so many little intricacies that I picked up on and the different pieces of the mural. And I know right now we're not standing in front of them, but we'll be able to see them as we tour later. Tell me about the different pieces and the touches and some of the things that are behind that.
Well, there are a couple intricacies that are personal to me, some that are hidden within it that maybe we can talk about later.
Sure.
There are also the vegetation that was talked about within the committee, trying to get some different plant life in there as well. There are some symbolic things that have to do with, for instance, a red bird, a cardinal, I believe has a story to tell for a lot of people who see symbolism in a cardinal that visits once in a while. The barn, for a lot of people, I think has historic value and life lessons that were lived, growing up on a farm. And so tried to put a couple of those in there as well.
So one of the things that I noticed when I was looking, you have many state symbols, so not just the cardinal, there were other things. Tell me about those.
Yeah, we chose to put a dogwood tree in there and tried to definitely show, the beautiful flower of the dogwood that's, so symbolic. This, when I guess March, April comes around and we get to see the flowering dogwood that comes about.
So tell me this, when you look at this and you see Rockingham County, I really feel like I could walk, as Cindy mentioned earlier, I feel like I could walk right into this field and just sit down and enjoy the peaceful, serene outside. And I think that's what you were going for. Do you feel like that for you, that's really what you were trying to create, was this atmosphere here in this cafe for the folks who come to visit? Because while sometimes visiting a hospital can be a great celebration or even a relief, a lot of times there's a lot of sad moments and people want to have somewhere to bring together. And you've got these great, beautiful sunflowers and this sunshine and just, I just think that it's just, I don't know, it just calls to you. Like it just invites you in to stare at it.
Sure. The concept that I was going for was that of a backdrop. Although there's bright, powerful, cheerful sunflowers that are screaming at you, the concept was if you were sitting here eating, enjoying a meal, enjoying fellowship with friends, that it's a backdrop. It's not something that's shouting out at you. It's just there, and it's serene. It is relaxing. It's inviting. At the same time, it's not shouting at you for attention. It's just there.
But you had several audiences, though, to cater to. So let's think about the employees and when they're here on their break or when they're trying to bond with their team or when there's meetings, right? So there's this great meeting space that your mural just introduces, this meeting space that they walk through this doorway. So did you have any of that in mind, of these employees and that sort of thing? And just kind of, sometimes they're coming off a tough shift, or sometimes they're coming in and trying to grab a quick bite to eat before they go on and take on that really tough duty of the day. What were the thoughts and what are the things that were happening around you when you were in here painting, probably late night or, other times? Like what kind of thoughts did you have about what they were trying to do here and how you were a part of that?
I really, really got the feel of the farmhouse and the modern, quality that they were shooting for and trying to mesh the two together. And as I was painting, I felt like, this could be an opportunity to, make people comfortable. The atmosphere, whether they're a worker who's coming into the boardroom for a meeting, a worker who's on break is sitting down to eat, they just would feel at home, feel comfortable. And I think comfort was the biggest thing I was shooting for, an inviting, comfortable feel.
Well, I think that you achieved that goal and much, much more. It is simply stunning. It is beyond words for me to describe. It is beautiful, and I think that it is probably everything that this team dreamed that it would be. So, Eric, thank you so much for your passion and for your dedication and for being a part of this amazing transformation here at the hospital.
Thank you. It was an honor to do this.
Well, I believe that, and I believe that it was definitely probably the prize-winning touch that made them say, that was it, and this is what we were thinking when we said farm to table, and it just kind of brings it all together. So congratulations on a really, really beautiful piece of work.
Well, thank you very much.
All right, everybody, that's it for today's Reidsville Chamber of Commerce News and Views show. What a wonderful treat that we had for you today. Here of the preview of Annie's Cafe and Annie Penn Hospital. We are so excited about all the future things and all things that are happening at Team Reidsville. All right, well, that is all today for the Reidsville Chamber News and Views. You can find us downtown at 140 South Scale Street. Like us on Facebook and Twitter to keep up with current up-to-date events, and we will see you soon.